Good morning, Hayata. Good morning. Are you excited to finally find out why Dr. Takizawa wants to see us? Sure, I guess, but you're excited about it too? Aiko enthusiastic about visiting Dr. Takizawa? Have I woken up in a parallel universe? He might be a mad scientist, but it seems like he's on our side. If he wants to help us, that's a good thing. The more we help we get, the safer we'll be. That's the spirit. Come on, I want to find out what this is about. Okay. When we get outside, Shiori and Shise are already waiting. We're all here now. Everyone ready to visit the lab? Ready. Oh, okay. She seems just as shocked by Aiko's enthusiasm as I was. It's too much to hope. Dr. Takizawa has already found out another source of Ascendant magic for us to investigate. Who knows? Maybe he found it through the power of science. You mean like an Ascendant magic sensor that would light up whenever it was pointed towards someone with enough power? Or maybe a scanner we could use to analyze people to see if they had any Ascendant magic? I meant it as a joke. What about a dowsing rod? Dowsing? You know, you get a stick shaped like a Y and it points toward water, except in this case it would point toward Ascendant magic. Dowsing is completely unscientific. Huh? But I know people who say it really works. No, it's completely absurd. Can we please stop this insane discussion and head to the lab? Sounds like a plan. I am so lost right now as to what just happened. Despite our efforts, the argument resumes the moment we leave Lakeshire. I'm just saying, some people have been able to find water using dowsing rods. Luck. How does luck cause a rod to point toward underground water? There was probably water all over the place, and digging anywhere would have worked. It's a coincidence that the stick pointed toward the spot. Ugh, you're impossible. Can't you two agree to disagree? I agree with that. This is important. The boundary between magic and science has always caused people to pick out coincidences and think there's some sort of... As she rants, the fierce winds pick up and whip through her clothes and forces her to speak louder and louder to be heard. Aiko lifts her hands to shield her face while Shise looks around with a puzzled frown. Then a shadow falls over us. I look up at the sky and stop dead in my tracks. Why, what's that? Oh. Wow! Oh boy, that looks very steampunk. What is that? It looks like a plane! A what? A plane! Wait, until right now I haven't seen any technology in this world that would suggest they have airplanes. A flying machine. Oh, I know what that is. It's an airship. I thought airships were purely hypothetical. Not anymore. The flying ship turns toward us and slowly descends as it approaches. It circles a few times and finally lands a short distance away with another gust of air that makes us shield our faces. Then the door on the side opens and the pilot steps out. What? Oh my god, okay. What do you think? Dr. Takizawa? Of course, who else would design an airship? Maybe he does more than a shout about science and perform dubious experiments on monsters after all. My latest experiment performs beautifully, as you can see. We were just on our way to see you. I know that. Why else would I have taken the airship out to intercept you on the way? You mean, if I interpret your awestruck silence to mean you suspect this magnificent creation is why I asked to see you? Correct. This airship is my gift to you. Wait. It takes a moment for his words to sink in. You're giving us an airship? Correct. Rest assured, I have tested it numerous times, both with test subjects and myself, to guarantee its safety. This is my masterpiece, the culmination of years of research, and it will revolutionize travel. You're the best, Dr. Takizawa. Tell that to the fools who still call me mad. How will this vehicle help us? Are you mad? Excuse me? Its practical application to your quest is obvious. The person behind the Dark World's attacks has clearly demonstrated the use of summoning magic. This means they could reside far from here. Covering that distance to check every possibility is a monstrous task if you need to travel by foot. Oh, I see. So we can use the airship to get around faster? Very interesting. This should prove useful. Now, if you'd like to test it out, I suggest we all fly back to Lightshire. I'm certain the Guildmaster will provide a safe place for you to dock your new airship, and I have some ideas that could help him with his research. Once we're all on board the airship, Dr. Takizawa shows us the controls. It seems fairly intuitive. He offers us each a chance to fly it, although Aiko declines. This is great! It's your turn next, Hayato. Alright. Dr. Takizawa briefly reviews the controls, and I notice a button he hasn't mentioned yet. When I ask about it, his face light up. Ah, yes, that will allow you to perform advanced maneuvers, such as vertical loops. Why is there a button for loops? I thought it would make it easier, particularly for flying amateurs such as yourselves. We won't ever need to use that though, right? It could prove quite useful if someone or something attacks you in the air, whether it's an angry flapper or another airship armed with weaponry. This is their world's first flying machine, but he already understands the concept of dogfights. Oh my god. Speaking of which, I intend to upgrade this model with lasers. Oh my. Alright, Hayato, take your turn. But whatever you do, please don't press that button. On the contrary, practicing advanced maneuvers sounds like an excellent idea. Why? We shouldn't try our first loop in combat, after all. I don't want to try it at all. At their urging, I take the controls. Try the advanced maneuvers, focus on basic techniques only. Hell nah, man! I am all about taking risks. We're gonna try the advanced maneuvers. She says a point. Besides, it sounds like fun. Once I have a solid grasp on the basic controls, I hit the button Dr. Takizawa indicated. The airship immediately lurches to the side. Eek! Now you need to guide it into the correct maneuver. The button appears to program the airship to follow particular trajectories based on how I steer it. I perform a vertical loop, a horizontal flip, and a spiraling maneuver that shoots us straight ahead. I think I'm going to be sick. Sorry. At last, we take the airship back to Lightshire. An airship? And you'd like to work with me, Doctor? That's right. Well, let's put our heads together and see what we can come up with. It's been a week since we left Takechi with High Cleric Nensai. The Dark Wolves haven't attacked yet, but it's too early to consider that proof. While the Guildmaster and Dr. Takizawa search for more areas where those flowers thrive, with some help from Nensai's resources, the rest of us do our best to prepare for a climactic confrontation. Whether the culprit is Takechi or someone else, we won't get through this without a battle. Sure that. When I reach the tavern area, Shiori waves to me from a nearby table. She joined me for breakfast several times over the past week so we can discuss our current progress and plans for the day. I join her. Good morning. Morning. Something seems off. She's more subdued than usual. Although she has a plate of food in front of her, she pokes at it with her fork instead of eating it. Is something wrong? I've been thinking. About what? Back when all this started, you said I'd win the townspeople's trust if I saved them from the Dark Wolves. I don't think that's true. How could they mistrust you after that? Easy, they'll say I wasn't a traitor for this quest, but I will be for another one. That's ridiculous. She shrugs. It's how things are. Life follows patterns, and people get so used to those patterns they judge you because of them. It shouldn't be that way. Are things different in your world? Well, I hesitate, not sure how I should answer that. It's okay if you can't remember. No, it's not that. Where I come from, our lives don't follow patterns in the same way. No one would credibly claim you're destined to betray people, or that Aiko is doomed to die, or that Sheets can find a savior by searching for archetypes. But that doesn't mean no one is judged unfairly. Really? People mistrust each other for all sorts of reasons, just by being who you are. Some people will make assumptions about you. I guess people are the same everywhere. Yes, they are, Shiori. But some people are not, and they are amazing human beings, and they don't get enough credit. Not everyone is like that, though. And not everyone here thinks I'm untrustworthy. You don't. I have no reason to mistrust you. That makes me happy. You make me happy. She holds my gaze for a second longer, then looks away. She awkwardly cleared her throat. Do you, want to go for a walk once you're done eating? A walk? Yes, it'll give us time to think and talk, and just spend some time together. Ooh, Shiori likes Hayato. Yeah, of course. Actually... I think this plays into who we end up with, because I am aware that we will end up together with one of the 3 girls in this story. I kinda wanna end this with being with Aiko, so regretfully I'm going to deny her request. I don't think so. Shiori looks a bit taken aback by my refusal, but she quickly composes herself. That's fine, it was just an idea. Maybe another time. Sure. I get my breakfast and the 2 of us eat in silence. As I finish up, I open my mouth to ask if she has any ideas about where we should look for more clues. But the inn door opens and a hush falls over the inn. At the entrance, the guildmaster glances at the curious adventurers and guests. Carry on. Carry on, my wayward son. He walks straight to our table. Oh, hi. I'd hoped I'd find some of you here. Come, we found something that might be worth looking into. Shiori and I exchange glances and then rise from our seats to follow him out of the inn. Well, okay. The guildmaster paces while Shiori and I wait. Dr. Takizawa lurks nearby with a folder in his arms. From time to time, he opens it and scans pages covered in notes. Finally, the door opens. Aiko and Shise walk in. We're here. What's the situation? We might have found our culprit. Dr. Takizawa, I'll let you take it from here. The scientist bows his head in acknowledgement and opens his notes. We have located an ancient castle, long since abandoned, at least according to the official record. Monsters surround it and chase off everyone who tries to approach. They appear to be guarding it. He closes the folder and smiles. However, my airships have allowed for aerial reconnaissance. Well, the white flowers grow around the castle in far greater numbers than they do at either Sacred Spring or Takechi's home. If nothing else, we have found a vast source of Ascendant magic. Really? That's great news. Where is it? It's to the south of Lightshire. Approximately... What? The scientist sniffs, apparently displeased at being interrupted. Which part did you fail to grasp? The part about being to the south. I've studied the Dark Wolves. They come from the north. Ah, that's where we've been all deceived. Dark Wolves themselves originate from colder regions toward northeast, but that doesn't necessarily mean the person who commands them lives there. Oh. Exactly, so now the castle is a moderate distance from Lightshire, roughly the same distance as from here to Highwater in the north. However, it is not nearly as easy to reach because it is surrounded by high mountains. Another way to deter visitors. Yes, fortunately, through the power of science, by which I mean my airship, you should be able to reach it. We all look at one another. Well, I guess we should check it out then. Of course, there's no guarantee we'll find the Dark Wolves master there. However, Dr. Takizawa and I agree it's at least worth looking. Whoa. The door to his office suddenly flies open. Ah, Brad. Oh, Brad, why? I don't like you at all, Brad. Why'd you have to interrupt like this? Okay, Brad. What was so important that you had to interrupt? Brad looks exhausted and gasps for breath as he speaks. I've got good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Oh, I think we could use some good news. Takechi is probably innocent. In that case, I'd assume the bad news is the Dark Wolves are attacking? Yes, in greater numbers than ever before. Oh, shit. We all follow Brad outside Wisworth, and I imagine. Countless Dark Wolves prowl the streets of Lightshire. Adventurers fight them everywhere. I look, but more keep coming. Fortunately, most non-combatants are nowhere to be seen, although a few civilians peek out from their windows. No, we can't handle an attack like this. Don't give up yet. You have a plan? Instead of answering Dr. Takizawa, turns to Brad. You there, I must return to my lab immediately, and I cannot fight. Kindly escort me through this chaos. What, now? Yes, now, quickly, the power of science will save the day. Although Brad looks startled, he nods, and he and the scientist hurries toward the edge of town together. A few well-placed arrows keep the Dark Wolves from harrying them too much, but still a few break away from the group to chase them. If Dr. Takizawa was on his own, he wouldn't stand a chance. Why are there so many of them? Ah! Ah! Oh, one of the Dark Wolves lunges for us, and I draw my sword and strike. It's an automatic reflex, much different than my panicked reaction to the monsters when I first arrived in Lightshire. Another slash takes it out, and Shiri defeats another to our right. But there are too many for us to defeat them all. This is bad. No, you think? Could our enemy somehow know we're getting close to finding them? That's what I'm afraid of. Remember, we're dealing with someone who can communicate with monsters. If our enemy's Ascendant magic is strong enough, they might be able to get reports of our activities from any monsters in the area. But there aren't any monsters in the town. It must be in the castle. We all turn to him. What do you mean? When Dr. Takizawa uses airship technology for aerial reconnaissance, whoever's in that castle must have noticed. Either they followed him or correctly deduced we were responsible. It must be the right place. Yes, and it looks like our only hope is for you to get to the castle and— oh god! He cuts himself out with a sharp cry as more Dark Wolves charge toward us. Come on! Shees and I attack one with our blades. But Laiko and Shiori bombard the second with magic. The second were finished, however. Oh boy, okay. Seriously? There are too many of them. My poor Lightshire. These poor people. All doomed to share Mira's fate. This is no time to fall to pieces, sir. The Guildmaster steps back and shakes his head. While the four of us fight the Dark Wolves, they fall after a few minutes, but we can't keep this up forever. I think our enemy simply plans to overwhelm us and destroy Lightshire now. Then get out of here. Head to the castle where there's still time. But what about you? I'll be fine. Just— his protest falls flat as another group of Dark Wolves nearly knocks him down. Oh god! They stalk around the Guildmaster and eye him with such a calculating gaze as it makes my blood run cold. The Dark Wolves look at him not the way rampaging monsters look at a potential victim, but more like the way an assassin looks at a target. Do they know who he is? Do they know how important he is to the town and to the entire adventuring system? Do they know everything he's done to stop them? Whatever the reason, this group of Dark Wolves is after him. Shiori steps forward but stops. They're so close to the Guildmaster, any magic she or Aiko tries will risk hitting him. She springs forward. She distracts one of the monsters, with the others prepare to spring. I draw my sword and leap into the fray. You should get to safety! The Guildmaster's expression darkens as his shoulders tense. I won't run. Not from them. I refuse to run. His gaze darts around. Nearby, a wounded adventurer limps past us on her way into the town hall, and the Guildmaster grabs her sheathed sword as she passes. She stares at him in shock, but he ignores her and dives at the Dark Wolves. You'll pay for what you did! In a way, it's inspiring to watch the Guildmaster fight to protect his town. On the other hand, it's obvious he isn't used to fighting. He's holding his own for now, but it won't take him much for the Dark Wolves to gain the upper hand. Come on! With the ring of monsters around the Guildmaster broken, she has a clear field for her magic. Aiko hangs back to heal us, but still strikes an occasional monster with a blast of light. Shees and I fight alongside the Guildmaster and defeat our enemies one by one, but they keep coming. New Dark Wolves replace those we defeat almost instantly. I'm not sure how much more of this we can take. You need to get to the castle. We can't leave you here. Even if we wanted to leave the Guildmaster to defend for himself, I'm not sure we could. There are too many Dark Wolves. No matter what we do, no matter how long we fight, they keep coming. Huh? Oh, the Dark Wolves fighting us fall to the ground, cut down by Maso's sword. Oh my god! Looks like you could lose a little help. Takechi? Dr. Takizawa used some sort of experimental communication device to get in touch with us and explain the situation. Then High Cleric Nensai uses summoning magic to send us here. Nensai's summoning magic? At least I got them to the right location, unlike when we tried to summon me. This is the opening we need. Takechi and Kasumi can help defend the town while we get to the castle and put an end to this once and for all. I agree. Yes, we need to stop the person responsible for anyone else getting hurt. I wish you luck. End this. Save Lightshire. Avenge Mira. We will. Don't worry, we'll handle things here. Please, keep everyone safe. You four worry about yourselves. Don't die out there. Oh my god, Kasumi! Okay. I can say the same to you. Let's do this. With the town's defense in good hands, we gather together and fight our way to the airship so we can leave the besieged town and hunt down the culprit. If this is it, if this is the final battle of this game, I hope no one dies. Because if that happens, I am going to be truly heartbroken. This is going to be a sad video. Soon we're high in the sky above the chaos, and I feel a little guilty about leaving the battle behind, but this is our best shot at helping. South, right? That's right. With our airship, it shouldn't be a long trip. I never thought I'd say this, but thank the gods for Dr. Takizawa. Shiori chuckles. I think you're finally starting to come around. It's a funny feeling. We wouldn't have been able to do this without the mad scientist, for that matter. We might not have made it this far without the Guildmaster and High Cleric Nensai either. And we were stuck in a losing battle against the Dark Wolves until Takechi and Kasumi arrived. Is it weird that every single person we accused of commanding the Dark Wolves became an important ally? Not really. Encounters with a hero can do that to people. That's it. I'm not sure I like that. It makes it sound like they wouldn't be good people on their own. Well, think of it any way you like. We'll fly in silence for a little while longer until high mountain peaks come into view. Like Dr. Takizawa said, steep slopes hide and protect the castle, and every patch of grass, and even in cracks between rocks while white flowers grow. Monsters look around the castle and they must see our approach, but we can't turn back now. For the sake of the town, we have to take our airship down there and infiltrate the castle. Oh boy, here we go. We fight our way through the monsters at the entrance. Inside the castle is dark and looks old, but at least it isn't as overtly and sinister as the Temple of Bizal. Where do we go now? Deeper into the castle till we find the person responsible. We don't have enough time to search an entire castle. Lightshire needs our help now. Think about it logically. Our enemy is the master of this place. Unless they're afraid of us, they won't hide in a random corner. You mean they're probably in the old throne room or living quarters? Or in a meeting room, or a good place to set up an ambush. Does that open up the possibilities again? Yes, but it gives us viable options to search for here. Follow me. I shrug and follow her down the corridor. We have to start searching somewhere. After all, Shiori and Aiko walk just behind us, although Aiko pauses from time to time to look around nervously. The castle feels eerily quiet. Well, except for the blaring music and the drum guy on our back. It's not very quiet, At least, well, I wonder how many monsters have been sent out to attack Lightshire. At least it makes things easier for us. Nope. Suddenly the ground trembles. Don't tell me we're having an earthquake. It happens again, but this time there's a clear thump up ahead, and something very heavy struck the ground. Everyone stay alert. I draw my sword. We all creep forward together as the sound tremors and continue. Oh, hell yeah! It's a dragon! Oh, man. As if this game couldn't get any better. Oh, this is amazing. What the... I think I'd prefer the earthquake. The dragon rears back and lets out a roar loud enough to shake the walls. Jets of fire shoot out of its mouth and narrowly miss Aiko, who jumps out of the way with a cry. Aim for its weak spots! She darts forward to illustrate her point, but the dragon doesn't appear to have any weak spots. When she dodges its stomping feet to slash at its stomach, her daggers barely leave a scratch. When she evades another stream of fire to attack its neck, her blades rebound after the first strike. She even tries to hit its eye, but one snap of its powerful jaws forces her to retreat. What weak spots? Gah! It must be weak to elemental magic. Or damage. One by one, Shiori tries each of her spells against the dragon, but the mighty creature shrugs them off as if they were nothing. Light? Her light magic proves just as ineffective. Don't tell me this thing is invulnerable. No, it's not invulnerable. We've done enough damage to annoy it. That's not comforting. Sure enough, the dragon seems irritated by our presence. It tries again to hit us with its fire, but we barely get out of the way in time. It is comforting. It proves we can hurt it. Sure, it'll only take 1,000,000 hits. We just need more power. There isn't exactly a shop in here for us to buy weapons at. She rolls her eyes and waves her hand dismissively as if to question why she'd even talking to me. Instead, she turns to Shiori and Aiko. You two get what I'm saying, right? Oh my gods, you can't be serious. Dead serious. We need as much power as possible. Right here? Right now? And the dragon roars and swipes forward with his claws. I reflexively try to parry with my sword, but all that does is make my arms shake from the impact. Yes, right here, right now. So I take it you guys have a plan? Without warning, all three of them begin undressing. Okay. Oh, right, here we go again. Wait a minute. Nope. Whoa. Okay. Hello again, it's my face. Yeah, you're not gonna see that. Don't worry, I got you covered. Alright. Moving on. Facing down a dragon in an ancient castle really doesn't seem like the right time to take off your clothes, but they're doing it anyway. There's no time for objections. Gah, as much as I hate it, she's right. This is our only chance. Only chance for what? To defeat the dragon. I look at them all in confusion. Are they hoping to distract the dragon? Even if that works, it'll still take countless attacks to bring it down. I don't think Hayato understands. Neither does I. I don't understand. I don't think anyone here understands what's going on. I assume his world doesn't work this way. What way? Have you ever taken a good look at high-level equipment? No, I cut off, startled as Aiko strikes the dragon with her light magic. This time the dragon cries out and stumbles backward. Oh, my god, are you... What? Huh? She couldn't do that a minute ago. You would assume that having more armor is a good thing, but your power level actually rises dramatically the more revealing your outfit is. Yikes, that's not... Oh, boy. What? Why? That's just how things work. The gods must have decided it. Sometimes I think your gods are a bunch of perverts. Yeah, I'm starting to think that as well. Even as I say it, I glance around nervously. Maybe I shouldn't consult the gods in the world where they can decide on a whim if I respawn or die for real. Be that as it may, they're equal opportunity perverts. What? You need to help us. What? Stop wasting time and take your clothes off. Oh no. This feels ridiculous, but sure it looks like she might do it for me if I don't move quickly, so I strip off my clothes. I do not feel more powerful. Staring down an enraged dragon while naked is something I never want to do again. Is everyone ready now? Well, let's go. Okay. Well, it's decent now, so we're all good. And we're fighting a dragon naked. So that's a thing that we're doing. Okay, moving on. To my shock, it actually works. Aiko wasn't the only one with newfound success. Shiori's spells torment the dragon. Shisa's strike cripples it, and my sword strikes down a massive monster as easily as if it were a tiny whammer. Well, okay, there it goes, because we're fighting it naked. That makes sense. The dragon falls, and we're left in exhausted silence. Everyone slowly gets dressed again. There is no logical reason why that should have worked. Well, it does. Why does anyone wear armor then? Armor does improve your defense. Besides, it would be so embarrassing if adventurers didn't wear clothes. That's why high-level armor is often pretty skimpy. You get the best of both worlds, high defense and increased power. It makes no sense at all, but sure, why not? Let's take a quick break. The dragon was probably guarding something important. If there's anything you want to do before the final confrontation, you should do it now. We've gotten ready for the final confrontation so many times already. It almost feels silly. Our situation makes our words hit home. We're alone in a castle filled with Ascendant magic. Dark wolves are attacking Lightshire in great numbers than ever before. This is it. Shiori goes a short distance away and paces back and forth. Aiko shifts from foot to foot for a moment, then sits down against the wall and covers her face. Shise walks to the end of the corridor and stares around the corner. None of them look like they're ready to face whatever awaits up ahead. I'm gonna go talk to Aiko. I don't know why, I'm just gonna go talk to her. I cautiously approach Aiko and crouch beside her. Are you okay? She looks up. I'm afraid. Because we're headed into the final battle? Yes, I've done everything I can to prepare and give myself a fighting chance. And I left my will with a lawyer in Lightshire. But that doesn't make it easy. You're not. And don't tell me I'm not going to die. I want to believe you, but you don't have any proof. It's just what you think. You can't see the future any more than I can. We could die. That's a fact. I fall silent. She has a point. I don't believe her death is predetermined the way she does, but that doesn't guarantee her safety. I'll be right there with you. And if anything happens, I'll do everything I can to get us all out safely. Thank you. She sighs and gets to her feet, and I stand up as well. We're doing this for everyone's sake. As long as you're with me, I can face anything, even death. I can do this. Yes, you can. We all spend a few more minutes in silence, gathering our thoughts. Finally, we're ready to go. Our party heads deeper into the castle to finally learn what awaits us and who is behind the attacks on Lightshire. Oh boy, this is it. Here we go. At last we reach what appears to be the castle's throne room. It's in better shape than the rest of the castle and largely free of dust. Someone has been using it. I half expect to see an evil king on the throne, but it's empty. Silence hangs over the room. Are we alone? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm being watched. Everyone stay alert. We slowly walk forward, and as we approach the throne room, the doors behind us slam shut. What the? Aiko gasps and runs back. He pushes on each door without success and shakes her head. They're locked. Of course they're locked. Oh my god, what? Wait, is that Mira? No way. I jump. The soft voice comes from the front of the throne room. A slender figure steps out from behind the throne. Did you think I'd give you a chance to escape? Who are you? The girl ignores Jesus' question and looks at me instead. So it really is you. Hello again. Hayato, you know this girl? I open my mouth to say no, but pause. Something about her tugs at my thoughts. I meet the stranger's piercing gaze and take a step back. I do know her. We've met before. Or I may be mistaken. This isn't Mira. The memory floods back and I clutch my head. Oh, you seem unhappy. Who are you? How'd you get here? Are you lonely? I want to be your friend. Won't you be my friend? Who are you? I come from another world. It's all right. I know how you feel. I'm lonely too. Another world? You expect me to believe that? It doesn't matter if you believe it now. If you want to go with me, tell me. I will summon you to my world. Why would you do that? I told you I'm lonely. I don't have any friends. Why not? Because people are cruel. They judge what they don't understand and cast people out for their differences. Yeah, you've got that right. Then you do understand. I can tell you're different. You'll be my friend and you will be. And I will be yours. Please? Oh, come on. Things like this don't happen in the real world. If you want to be friends, I guess we could try. But all that stuff about going to another world, it's not possible. If it was possible, would you do it? What does it matter? If I'm lying, nothing will happen when I summon you. But if I'm telling the truth, you'll come to another world. What do you have to lose? Fine, sure. Take me to another world. Oh, I'm just so glad. I'll see you soon, my friend. I stare at the girl in shock. You came to my world. You asked if I wanted to come here. So you remember me now. Huh? You brought Hayato to our world? Again, the girl ignores everyone but me. I was so happy to finally have a friend, but then I summoned you. Something went wrong. You never came. It was the first time I ever tried summoning someone from another world, so I thought I failed. When I heard your description for my dark wolves, I couldn't believe it. Oh my god, you're in control of the dark wolves? Oh, hold up. Let's not assume anything. This castle is the same distance away from Lightshire than Highwater is. What? By some weird twist of fate, she and High Cleric Nensai must have cast their summoning spells at the same time. His spell caught you, and as each summons pulled on you, you're finally deposited right between the two. And then you turned against me. I don't understand. Why are you attacking Lightshire? Who are... The words catch in my throat as I stare into her face. I've seen that face somewhere recently. More recently than our forgotten meeting in my world. Oh my god, it is Mira. It's not possible. Her face is the same. You're Mira, aren't you? Yes, that is my name. You're the Guildmaster's sister. What? I'm surprised you've heard of me. Oh my god, this is unexpected. Wow. I shake my head, hardly to believe it, even though I was the first to recognize her. The Guildmaster said his sister died in the first attack. Was he lying? His story was what made us stop suspecting him after all. No, that can't be it. He seemed so motivated, spurred on by thoughts of revenge. When we left Lightshire, he was trying to fight alongside everyone else. He couldn't have faked all that. The Guildmaster's sister? Yes, now I see. I thought your face looked familiar, but I didn't know why. But if you're his sister, why are you attacking Lightshire? The Guildmaster loves that town. All the more reason for me to attack it. The vehemence in her voice makes me take another step back. This doesn't make any sense. Why is she alive? The Guildmaster said. Then I stopped myself. He might believe she died, but that's not exactly what he said. The first time the Dark Wolves came in, no one knew what was happening. They came out of nowhere, an entire pack, and attacked Lightshire. When they finally left, the townspeople were relieved to report no casualties, except for one girl who disappeared. Uh-oh, she didn't die. When the Dark Wolves attacked for the first time all those years ago, Mira vanished. The Guildmaster asked people to form a search party, but they wouldn't listen. They told him she must be dead, and he devoted himself to avenge her. But if Mira commands the Dark Wolves, have you been responsible for all the attacks, even the very first one? Does it matter? Tell me. I see what you're thinking. She was a victim of the first attack. Perhaps not such a victim after all. Despite the sinister name humans gave them, Dark Wolves have been content to live alongside people in harmony. They would never have thought to attack Lightshire on their own. So she ordered the first attack. I think through what must have happened next. From everything we've seen, her Ascendant magic is extremely powerful. She can communicate with monsters to a degree no one else is capable of today. So she orchestrated her own disappearance? You either ran away during the attack or told the Dark Wolves to take you away, didn't you? Told them? Just like a human to assume I'd give them orders. You're human too? Sometimes I wish I wasn't. All of my friends are monsters, and as my friends, they agreed to fake an attack and take me away. But why? Why do you care? You don't seem like a bad person to me. Ha! Not a bad person? I don't think I'd go that far. The Dark Wolves kill people on her orders. Yes, I made that clear to them. But why would you hurt people like that? It's better than the pathetic wretches in Lightshire deserve. Bitterness and anger coursed through her every word. She didn't make this decision lightly. Something happened to make her hate Lightshire, even though it's her own hometown and a place where her brother still lives. What did they do to you to make you want to destroy them? Mira glances at her briefly, but then turns her gaze to me. I'll let the traitor answer. Traitor? Every party needs a traitor, doesn't it? But what makes me a traitor? You need to ask? You said you would come to my world to be my friend, but here you are fighting against me. When I met her in my world, I didn't know anything about what she was up to. If she greeted me with I'm lonely and I'm also trying to destroy a small town with a pack of monstrous wolves, my response to her would have been much different. What you're doing is wrong. Besides, even if I didn't care about that, I had amnesia when I woke up in Lightshire. Until I saw you just now, I didn't remember meeting you. Amnesia? How cliche. What does that have to do with anything? It's not like I lost my memories on purpose. Is that really the best excuse you can come up with? He's telling the truth. He knew he was from another world, but that's it. But why are we telling you this? Stop the attacks, or we'll stop you. He actually had amnesia? But why? She ignores the rest of Shira's comment if she didn't hear it. I suspect the dual summons is to blame. The two spells pulling on him in each direction, he must have scrambled his brains. Here's a comforting thought. Bah, fine. So, you didn't betray me. I'll give you another chance. To join her crusade against Lightshire? No, thank you. Why do you think I want to destroy them? I blinked in surprise. How am I supposed to guess her motives? It's been bothering me ever since I realized who she was. Why would she attack her own town? Everyone looks at me. I can tell Sheese is also trying to work through her question. Shiori looks too angry to care. Aiko just seems unhappy. I rub my head and try to concentrate. Mira hates Lakeshire. Why? What made her want to destroy it? And why did she fake her disappearance in the first place? I try to remember everything the Guildmaster told us about his sister. The townspeople didn't accept her. She wanted to help her brother. It was just out of spite. The Guildmaster said people considered his sister to be strange. They didn't like her, and that's why they didn't make her more of an effort to search for her after her disappearance. It's because of the way the people of Lightshire treated you, isn't it? They didn't accept you. Did he tell you that? Yes. The whole town didn't like you? But why? As if that's unbelievable. She casts a dark look in Aiko's direction as she says it, and Aiko lowers her head. She must be thinking about their numerous arguments over Shiori being a supposed traitor. The way people treat Shiori might be similar to how they treated Mira. Now that we've met her, I bet I can guess the reason why. It's because of your Ascendant magic, isn't it? Mira meets my gaze for a moment and then nods. Bravo, Hayato, I knew you were smart. Mira looks past us into the distance as though she's seeing the past instead of present. When she speaks again, her voice is low and quiet. Long ago, many people had Ascendant magic. Now it's all but forgotten. That's true. Dr. Takizawa was amazed, even by the small amount of magic in the water of the sacred spring, and Takeshi didn't understand his powers. There might not be anyone else in the world with power like Mira's. I didn't know my powers were unusual. How could I? To me, it was natural to talk to monsters. They were my friends, and I spent time with them. You can imagine how this looked to the people of Lightshire. Not good? She lets out a bitter laugh. To them, I was as good as a monster myself. Was it really that bad? Other children weren't allowed to play with me. No one talked to me. Everyone did their best to avoid me, and they said things about me. I don't know why they let me here. Since they considered me a monster, maybe they thought I was too stupid to understand. What kind of things? Some claimed I was a changeling, a monster child switched at birth from my parents' real daughter. Others told stories about how I'd kill anyone who crossed me. A few swore I would lead an army of monsters, and brave warriors would have to kill me. Another harsh laugh escapes her. I suppose that last one came true. So because they hated you, decided to kill them all? No, I thought if I disappeared, they'd feel guilty for how they treated me. So I asked a few dark wolves to stage an attack on the town. During their attack, I faked my own disappearance and hid with my monster friends. I waited for the people of Lightshire to realize that the person they hated so much was just a little girl who might be gone forever. My heart sinks. The Guildmaster talked about the battle's aftermath, too. It didn't go the way Mira wanted it to. But they didn't. They were glad it was me instead of someone else. They were happy that was gone. That matches what the Guildmaster told us about how no one would send out the search parties he wanted. Arguing with her about how the townspeople felt won't do any good. I hesitated and chose my words with care. They were wrong to treat you that way. Still, that doesn't mean you should make the Dark Wolves kill them. What would you have me do? Forgive and forget? Ha! Despite my attempt to be careful, I've enraged her again. They don't deserve my forgiveness. Even if they want to treat me as a monster, then I'll be a monster. She points an accusing finger in my direction. I thought you would understand me, Hayato. You are an outsider. You don't hold the same prejudices these people have. More importantly, you know what it's like to be lonely. You know how terrible that feels? Why aren't you on my side? Mira, before I can think of a new way to reason with her, she rounds on Sheese. What about you? Your friends left you. Imagine an entire town making you an outcast. Our situations aren't the same at all. Your loneliness ate away at you inside, so you forced yourself to become hard and cold, focused on only your mission. Can't you understand my pain? Quite honestly, I don't want to understand someone willing to wipe out a town for the sake of petty revenge. Then what your friend said about you is true. You really do care only about yourself. She flinches, but Aiko steps forward. I don't think that's it. It's not that we don't sympathize with you, but you're as bad as she is. Huh? You believe all the stories, don't you? My friends watched you. Once you started searching for me, they say you believe adventurers are bound by certain types of destiny. that whether someone lives or dies, or whether they're loyal or a traitor, depends on rules of fate. Well, I don't entirely know anymore. When you came to Lightshire, if you met a child who spent her time with monsters, what would you have thought? Would you have become her friend? Aiko cringes. Of course he wouldn't. He would have run away and left her all alone, too scared to take a chance on someone like that. This is ridiculous. Shiori sounds like she's run out of patience entirely. You've got monsters about to kill everyone in town, and you're trying to take the moral high ground with us? Mira lifts her chin and glares at Shiori. I see it in your eyes. You can't wait to destroy me. Hypocrite. You, of all people, should be on my side. Me? Yes, you, the powerful mage of the ruined village of your past. The girl no one wants to journey with because they've condemned you for something you couldn't help. You've seen their judgment firsthand. That doesn't mean I want them dead. All you've done is proven them right. What? I've had enough of this nonsense. She lifts her hands. We've fought enough battles together that I can tell she's about to ready to attack Mira with her magic. She looks terrified. I don't want to let Shiori attack her, but she is responsible and we're trying to end this fight, so attack. Mira has already proven herself too focused on revenge to think clearly. Her past has left her bitter and angry, and I'm not sure if anything we say right now will convince her not to destroy Lightshire. If we can't stop her with words, we'll have to fight. I draw my sword. Shiori gives me an approving nod and she's readies her daggers. Aiko looks disturbed by the whole situation, but stands poised to fight alongside with us. So the brave adventurers are ready to fight? Fine, I will destroy Lightshire, but first I'll destroy all of you. Oh, here we go. Watch out! The Dark Wolves lunge forward while Mira retreats a few steps. Shiori launches a fireball at the monster about to attack. Aiko and I fight the second one. How dare you come in here and kill my friends? Don't act like we're the bad guys here. Come on, my friends, avenge your fallen companions and protect me. Oh god, oh boy, here they come. More Dark Wolves run into the room. I use the skills I learned from leveling up to protect the others. I haven't had as much experience as I would have liked, but it works perfectly. As I take hits, Aiko heals me. We're a team now, a true party of adventurers. No one can stop us. Still, I feel a twinge of regret as we fight. If the Dark Wolves are trying to kill us, they won't respond after when we defeat them either. Before, I considered them mindless monsters, but it's a little more complicated than that. They're fighting us for Mira's sake. She's the one we need to stop. We can fight all the Dark Wolves in the world, but that won't be as effective as simply stopping their mastermind. They might still attack us out of revenge, but the directed attacks on Lightshire will stop. Someone needs to reach Mira! Shiori nods and sends a stream of ice toward her, but it strikes her in an invisible barrier around her and falls harmlessly to the ground. What was that? She must have some sort of shield up. Remember how skillfully she hands summoning magic. We have more to worry about than ascendancy alone. Gah, what can we do? Someone needs to get close enough to attack her physically. It should probably be Hayato. Oh man. Me? She's is right. We have the highest defense of any of us. We can keep the Dark Wolves off your back, but you'll have the best chance of reaching her without being injured. Alright. Be careful. I will be. Sword in hand, I run forward past the Dark Wolves, and a few turn to chase me, but she lunges forward and stops them. As I make my way toward Mira, Shiori, and Aiko attack with magic to keep most of the Dark Wolves away from me. Stop it! Mira, listen to us. Gah. Now she looks like a dangerous enemy and more like the lonely girl she seemed to be when we first met. Every time the Dark Wolves relent, Shiori tries to attack her directly, keeping up her shield, giving instructions to the Dark Wolves, and staying away from me takes its toll on Mira. At last I reach her, and a few of the Dark Wolves start toward us, and she lifts her hand. No, keep attacking the others. Then she looks at me. What now? Are you going to kill me? I don't want to. Ah, but you will. Why does it have to be this way? Can't you set aside your revenge? Again with this? Just listen to me. Even if you can't forgive the townspeople, for your brother's sake, you should... No. But you at least owe it to him to... I don't owe my brother anything. The vehemence in her voice makes me take me a step back. Something is wrong here. Is there a reason why you're angry with him? A reason? He never loved me either. Oh, he took care of me, but when I disappeared, he didn't even look for me. He didn't know how to fight. He asked people to form search parties. And when they refused, he was so sad over his dead sister that he immediately started organizing adventurers into a guild. He didn't even take time to mourn. Now that he no longer had a troublesome little sister holding him back, he went to every city in town, presenting his ideas and consolidating power until he set up an entire adventuring system with himself at the head. Wait, that's what this is about? She has no idea what the Guildmaster's true motivations were. He did all of that for you. What? Your brother couldn't look for you on his own, so he created a system that would give his adventurers incentives for completing quests. Since the Dark Wolves seemed unstoppable, he at least wanted a fighting force that could protect Lightshire and get revenge. Revenge? Because of me? Don't be absurd. It's the truth. She glares at me for a moment longer, then waves her hand at the attacking Dark Wolves. Fall back for now. The monster stopped their assault against Shiori, Aiko, and Shees and slinked to the corners of the throne room. They watch us all with unblinking stares. Mira turns back to me. I think you're lying. My brother benefited from my disappearance and from the system he set up as Guildmaster. At first we thought that way too. We thought he might be responsible for the attack since it seemed like he benefited. But when we confronted him, he told us about his personal vendetta against the Dark Wolves. Stop! I don't believe you. He wouldn't try to avenge me. I was a burden to him. Actually, he called you the light in his darkness. What? If you hate the people of Lightshire, that's one thing, but the Guildmaster loved you. She shakes her head and stares somewhere past me. I never planned to attack the town like this, but when even my brother didn't care to look for me, I couldn't take it anymore. All I wanted was to make them all suffer, especially him. If what you're saying is true. Tears fill her eyes and choke up her voice. All the things I've done, it was all for nothing. Slowly the other three approach us. The Dark Wolves watch, but without a signal from Mira, they won't do anything. What am I going to do now? Please don't send the Dark Wolves to attack Lightshire anymore. No, I suppose I shouldn't. A slightly hysterical laugh escapes her. They'll stay here with me forever and ever. What else is there for me? Nothing. You don't have to stay here alone. You could go back. Haha, go back? What could I possibly say? Would I tell him, my brother, it was all a misunderstanding? A misunderstanding? Even if he did hate you, it wouldn't be enough to justify what you did. Calm down, Shiori. No, after everything she did to Lightshire and all the lives she destroyed, we can't pretend it never happened. Of course not, yet there is such a thing as repentance. That's right. Well, I guess as long as she sincerely tried to atone. Mira stares at them with a disbelieving, almost amazed expression on her face. Repentance? Do you really think repentance and atonement are possible for someone like me? I hurt a lot of people. Throughout the story quests that make up our world's history, some of those most notable heroes were villains who atoned. And you think I'm one of them? Would anyone believe that? None of that matters. What really matters is how you feel. If you want to repent, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. If you stay here, you'll just be sad. Hasn't there been enough sadness already? But I know your brother will be happy to see you again. At least to know you're still alive. But won't it be the same as it was before? Most people will hate me, not because of what I did, but because of what I am. People are learning about Ascendant magic again. You'll have friends. Friends. When you came to my world, you thought I would make you happy. If having one human friend here in the castle is enough, why not have multiple friends in town? Or in Highwater. Or anywhere else you decide to live. And you don't have to give up your monster friends either. Maybe you could even help Dr. Takizawa. Dr. Takizawa? The mad scientist? Even you think he's mad? Her visible frustration makes Aiko burst out laughing and the tension breaks. Even Mira laughs, although I wonder what she'll make of Dr. Takizawa when we finally meet. I have no doubt that Shiori is right. He'll find Mira absolutely fascinating. Well, what do you say? Alright, I'll come with you to Lightshire. Yes! We got her. Oh, that's amazing. When we fly back to Lightshire, it's a much different scene from where we left. Everything is peaceful, with no signs of attacking monsters or desperate adventurers. A few people look up as we pass, but if they realize we had something to do with it, they don't comment on it. I look around for any of our allies, but they're nowhere to be seen. We should check the town hall. The town hall is crowded. Dozens of adventurers are turning in quests. Some to side quests that became available a few days ago, and other quests for defending the town against the attack. Did these people really use my attack and its opportunity to earn money and items? Maybe the guildmaster wants to reward them for doing a good job. Why did I agree to come back here? I finally spot the guildmaster across the room with Dr. Takizawa and High Cleric Nensai. Just as he notices this, he takes a calm step forward, but then his eyes widen and he nearly knocks people down as in his haste to reach us. It can't be. Hello, brother. Mira, you're alive. He dashes forward and hugs his startled sister before turning to us. You've done more than I could have expected. You not only stopped the Dark Wolves, you also saved Mira. I don't know how to thank you. You don't have to. We did what we thought was right. Since the Dark Wolves retreated, I assume the attacks are over, yes? You found the person responsible. Who was it? What did they want? I meet Mira's gaze and she shakes her head. I'll tell him. Okay. Why don't you want Hayato and the others to tell me? I want to talk to you about it in private. But, well, if that's what you want, then that's fine. I'm just so happy you're alive. Thank you, and I'm sorry. For what? For doubting you and other things. I don't understand. Well, I'll talk about it later. Alright. He doesn't seem bothered by the lack of information. He seems downright giddy to see his sister again. I wonder how he'll take it when he learns the truth. Hopefully they really do learn to understand each other. Dr. Takizawa and Nensai hung back at first, probably let him relay with Mira alone, and now they join us as well. By the way, I haven't seen Takechi and Kasumi yet. Where are they? They're still in town. I believe they're buying supplies. Supplies? For a celebration. You didn't think we'd let you people save the town and not thank you with a celebration, did you? The thought of a party never even occurred to me. I think I'll join them. Please excuse me. She hurries down the town hall. Before you leave as well, Hayato, may we have a word with you? Me? Sure, alright. If you need me, I'll be at the inn. Now that I survived her quest, I need to start honing my double duo skills. Doesn't she do that constantly anyway? As she leaves, Shiori stretches. Well, unless you need me for this conversation, I'll take a walk. I thank the gods for a success. See how things look outside the town. I'll be around. As they leave, I look at Nensai. What did you want to talk to me about? Dr. Takizawa and I have been discussing the situation, and we think that between the power of the gods, magic, and science, mostly science, mind you. Yes, well, don't think it's sacrilegious the gods invented science. I am aware of that. Science! Are you through? Possibly. As I was saying, we think we'll be able to create a portal to send you back to your own world. Oh. His words slam into me. My own world? I can go back? I knew it might come up, but I didn't expect it to be this soon. What am I going to do? I haven't had time to think this over. My thoughts feel scrambled after the confrontation with Mira. I can't focus. You don't have to decide right away. Think it over. If you decide to return home, we can get you there. However, I'm not sure you'll ever be able to return. We still need to look at a few things before we know for sure. Oh. So don't make any hasty decisions. Also, if there is any unfinished business you have to attend to, I suggest you take care of it. For example, he coughs and appears faintly embarrassed. You've become quite close to your party members, I assume. If you have particularly strong feelings for one of them, well, if someone's very special to you, this is the sort of decision you should discuss with them. Right. Anyway, we just wanted to let you know. Thank you. They walk back to the other side of the room, and I rub my head. Going home? Possibly leaving this world behind forever? This is all happening a little too fast. I look up again and see that Mira and the Guildmaster started talking to Nensai and Dr. Takizawa. To my surprise, Mira seems to be having an animated conversation with the scientist. Maybe those two will get along well after all. However, I might not be here to see it. Well, I can figure that out later, once I've thought everything over. For now, I should take Nensai's advice. This isn't the time to keep my feelings to myself. Oh my god. This is it, isn't it? I did say that I was going to go along with Aiko, so I'm going to do exactly that. She's one of the first people I befriended in Leishire. Even before she joined our party, ever since then, she's been a loyal friend and steadfast ally. No matter how unusual her concerns, it's hard not to admire someone willing to put her life on the line. Aiko. She said she was going to play some double duo. I should find her at the inn. Aiko is seated at her usual double duo spot when I enter, but to my surprise, she's not alone. Oh, I see. So if I use this card, then I'd win. Maybe, unless I countered with something like she cuts herself off and looks up. Oh, here comes Hayato. Hi. Takechi and I were just discussing double duo. Your friend Shise arrived to speak with Kasumi, and I thought it was best if I gave them time alone. Probably a good idea. Those two still have a lot of personal matters to work out. What did High Cleric Nensai want to talk to you about, Hayato? He thinks there might be a way to send me back home. Oh. She doesn't sound happy about the idea. Is that why he came here, to tell me? Sort of, but I also have something important to discuss with you. This seems like it would be another sort of situation where I should not intrude. Thank you for the double duo lesson, Aiko. I hope we can have another. Me too. I will see how Shise and Kasumi are doing. He rises and walks out of the inn. I take his vacated seat so I can sit next to Aiko and look into her eyes. Why are you staring at me like that? Sorry, it's just... Aiko watches me curiously as I struggle to find the words. Oh my god, Hayato! I think I'm in love with you, Aiko. She opens her mouth, but nothing comes out. Her cheeks turn red. She tries again to speak, but still doesn't manage it. I drum my fingers against my arm, unsure if this is a good reaction or a bad one. Well, I'm very flattered. My heart stinks. This sounds like a bad one. No, Aiko doesn't feel the same way. She shakes her head and quickly gathers up her double duo cards instead of meeting my gaze. Sorry. I struggle to smile. It's okay. Are we still friends? Yes, of course. And party members. I'm glad. At least we'll be here for as long as I remain in this world. If I choose to leave, we won't even have that anymore. I need to decide what to do. Oh, I literally felt my heart break. That's awful. Goddamn. Okay, let's just continue. Everyone comes for the celebration the next day. There's a festive mood in the air, although by now everyone close to me knows about the decision I'll have to make. She's surrounded by whammers. Even Mira celebrates, although she keeps herself slightly apart from the townspeople. A few whammers have seemed to have snuck in, harmlessly enjoying the party with everyone else, and I wonder if she invited them. There you are, Hayato. Your Holiness? His sudden arrival startles me. I didn't think I'd have to make my choice so soon. He could be here to celebrate, but the purposeful way he walks toward me suggests otherwise. I have good news. What is it? When Dr. Takizawa and I worked out the details of sending you back to your own world, there was one factor we didn't take into account. A resentful yet atoning factor determined to do better. At first I stare at him. What does that even mean? Then I look over to where Mira stands by the guildmaster. Nensai follows my gaze and smiles. That's right. Oh my god! Mira's knowledge of summoning magic is far greater than mine. With her help, we can facilitate trips to you and from your world. You mean, yes, it will no longer be a one-way journey. I don't encourage heavy traffic between our worlds. But as long as we can set up safe locations in each world for you to travel from, you should be able to visit as often as you wish. That changes things. I don't have to give up my world for this one. I can return home and visit here, or live here and still visit home. The shadow of doubt hanging over my heart ever since you presented me with this choice lifts. It doesn't need to be a hard choice. No matter which I pick, I can always go back. Thank you. It is Mira you should thank. As if she heard her name even from across the square, Mira leaves her brother and joins us. Talking about me? He says I'll be able to travel back and forth between this world and mine now. Thanks to your summoning magic. Oh yes, thank you. It's no big deal. It is to me. It's more than I could have hoped for. It's a miracle. Consider it step one of my redemption then. Now, since we've made so much progress, we actually have everything all set up. Whenever you'd like to travel to your world, just let us know. I can travel between worlds at will. Think of it as if we will open a door for you to pass through, close it behind you, and open it again when you wish to return. She pauses. And if you wish to bring others with you in either direction, it's also possible. He doesn't seem entirely pleased with this possibility. I suppose it carries the risk that the two worlds will learn of each other beyond the handful of us who already know, and changes things forever. I'd only considered in terms of myself before this, but a major deal. However, I don't see it as a bad thing. Two worlds existing alongside each other in isolation, entirely cut off from each other? No, it's better this way. A bridge between the worlds opens so many opportunities. My nervousness over the decision has driven me to avoid my friends for much of the celebration, but now I need to share the good news. Excuse me, there's someone I need to talk to. With a little effort and help from the Guildmaster, I managed to get my whole party together. Good news, everyone. We all thought I'd have to pick whether to stay in this world or go home, but I won't. Thanks to Mira, I'll be able to freely travel back and forth. Wow, that's great news. In that case, we should all visit your world sometime. We're a party, after all. That's right. These three are not only my friends, but also my party members. We'll take on quests and fight alongside each other. In this world, or mine, or any others we encounter. It could have been terrifying to wake up in a new world. The Dark Wolves could have killed me, or I could have been as lonely here as I was at home. Or I could have been forced to leave behind an entire world. Instead, coming here turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me. In an odd way, I have Mira to thank for everything. She summoned me here. Her threat united me with Shiori, Aiko, and Shise, and she made it possible to travel between worlds. She did a lot of terrible things, but I can't hate her. Part of me will always feel grateful to Mira. Mira and her Ascendant heart. Oh. Wait, what? That's the end? Wait, what? You can't just end it like that. Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Oh, that's the end of the game. Oh, shit. Okay. I did not like how that ended, but I guess, you can't do anything about it. But I'm so glad that Hayato can now travel between worlds. One thing, I'm kind of heartbroken that he confessed his love to Aiko, but she didn't like him in return. That's a little upsetting, but you can't do anything about that. I honestly want to know what happens next. I don't know if there's going to be any more to this game or another game, but if there is, I will absolutely love to play it because I want to know what happens next. But since this is the end, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this journey, and I hope you love this game as much as I did. I will be ending the episode here. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and before I end it, go down into the description. There will be a link there to my good friend Michael's channel, and go check him out because he's awesome and he has a lot of good content on there. He does a pretty good job with what he does. Show him some love and some support. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I will catch you all in the next episode. Stay awesome.